So, I welcome you to the lecture series on practical machine learning using Python. And today, our topic is K-means clustering algorithm. And myself, Dr. Dibya. And I have already explained the algorithm of K-means, means K-means algorithm in details, one of my previous lecture. You'll find a link in the description box below. But today, my focus will be to show you how to implement K-means clustering algorithm in Python. That is practical implementation of K-means clustering algorithm. Well, let's start. First, as it is, means as always, you need to import the required libraries. As in this case, import numpy as np, import pandas as pd, from matplotlib import pyplot as plt plot, and then this is the main important thing. Then from sklearn dataset samples generator import macblobs, and then from sklearn.cluster import kmeans. This last two statements are very important. The first, we are using for linear algebra implementation, and plot is used to means show you the figure or how to deal with the diagrammatical representation. So that's why we are using matplotlib. Now we need to have a data set, and we are generating through this import macblobs function. Okay, so first thing that we need to generate our own data using the macblobs functions from the sklearn.datasets module. Means this port 1 2 3 4, yeah, port statement we are using to generate our own data. And the function used for this is macblobs function, and that is available in the sklearn datasets module. And the center parameters we need to specify, that is the number of clusters. See, xy make blobs and samples 300. We are taking 300 samples, and we are specifying centers four centers. Okay, then centers std 0.60 and random state 0, and plot scatter x 0 to 1. Okay, so we are trying to plot the scatter, means scatter plot. I have explained it in my previous lecture why we need to means have a look on the scatter plot. Okay, that's what I am doing here. Okay, we are considering 300 samples with 4 centers. So after drawing this means scatter plot, you'll find our 300 samples of data scattered like this. As I am specifying 4 centers, so you will see that there are 4 groups. Okay, but our main aim is to actually form the 4 clusters out of it. But although I am saying that, I am very much sure that this is exactly 4 number of clusters, but we can actually find the optimal number of cluster using some method, and that method is known as elbow method. Please note down that optimal number of clusters will be determined using elbow method. And what is this elbow method? And this is very important question. Okay, in cluster analysis, the elbow method is a heuristic used in determining the number of clusters in a data set. So we are trying to determine the number of clusters in a data set using this elbow method. And this method consists of plotting the explained variation as a function of the number of clusters and picking the elbow of the curve as the number of clusters to use. I hope you all guys know that what is elbow. Okay, you can means with elbow in our ancient times also we try to measure some means exact feet or exact means distance like that. Okay, so here also with elbow we try to find out the number of clusters from the curve. Well, to get the values used in the graph, we train multiple models using a different number of clusters and storing the value of the inertia property WCSS every time. And for this, code will be used. They are this WCSS initialized for I in the range from 1 to 11 K means clusters I init k-means plus plus, then maximum iteration we are considering 300, and init train and random set 0, then k-means fit x, and then wccs css dot append k-means inertia, then plot range 1 to 11 wcss, then plot title, we are giving the title as elbow method, and plot x label as the number of cluster and y label as the wcss, and show it, that is plot show. Got it? These are the codes behind finding the number of clusters using elbow method. As you know, now this is k-means plus plus algorithm actually we are using here. So this is the plot you'll get. You see, this x-axis is the number of clusters. They are 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 like that, and WSS value are like that. And you know, elbow, you can consider this as your hand, and this is the elbow, and elbow is actually pointing towards 4. So our number of clusters will be what? 4 here. Well, then next we will categorize the data using the optimum number of clusters. Here 4 we determine in this step, last stage actually, and k-means plus plus ensures that you would not fall into the random initialization trap. My guys, this is very important. What is random initialization trap? Random initialization trap is a problem that occurs in the k-means algorithm. And here, when the centroid of the cluster to be generated are explicitly defined by the user, then inconsistency may be created, and this may sometimes lead to generating wrong clusters in the dataset. So random initialization trap may sometimes prevent us from developing the correct cluster. So you see here I am considering 4. Suppose you have considered 8. Then what would happen if I am considering wrong number of clusters? So in that case, obviously empty clusters will be created or some wrong clusters will be generated. That is known as our random initialization trap. Now, at last, as we have got that the cluster number is 4, so we are now ready to apply our k-means algorithms. And this code, you can take a screenshot of it. So we'll perform the k-means clustering on our data with number of clusters as 4. Okay, initialization k-means plus plus, maximum iteration 300 at any train and random state 0. Then fit y, k-means dot fit predict x, then plot scatter. These are the values, parameters x to 0, x to 1. Then plot scatter, k-means cluster centers. This cluster centers I have considered yellow as the color to denote the cluster center. Then plot slope, and you will get a diagram like this. See how beautifully our data is being clustered through k-means clustering algorithm. You will clearly see that there are 4 centers here which are marked yellow. Okay, I hope this is now clear to you. Let's have a look at the Python implementation in Spider. So guys, you have seen that I have written my code in our uh, Spider ID. So this is our Spider ID. Now I'm going to run this code line statement by statement. So first we have imported this thing. So this is clear. Now this statement, what we are doing through this, we are trying to generate our data and then try to plot it. So let's generate the data and then plot it. You see, this is the diagram. This is the figure which is showing the scattering plot of our data. Now let do the elbow method. Elbow method is done. Then you see this is the elbow, number of cluster is 4. Now ultimately we are going to perform our k-means clustering, and you see this is the number of clusters 4, and this how beautifully all the clusters are generated. I hope you have got this. Now take a screenshot of this and perform the practical by your own. One question is for you. Users comment in the comment that what is elbow method? Why do we use it? Well guys, thank you. Bye bye.